feeling good. Okay, all right, let me go ahead and cut this shit off before he destroy this studio. Let's see here what we got. All right, everybody.
Nothing sad.
You know what? You could say something sad, but I'm not going to go there. I'm going to say, you know something? When people live a certain amount of life, and I do mean when they live life, then when they're gone, when none of us, we don't live forever, right? So when you go and you live life to the fullest and now to your last days and you celebrate, people, in our latest episodes of the Grim Reaper Don't Give a Fuck. It really
2016 edition.
2016. The Grim Reaper said, y'all ain't the only ones shopping on Black Friday. I'm going in and get some bargains too. They had to get rid of some inventory, Martin. So we lost a lot of people this weekend. Some y'all don't even know. As I said,
I only know two.
That's what I'm saying, man. If you were a half celebrity or a C or D-list celebrity, it's a bad time to go. Because these are days when normally you would get just a little bit of oh, I remember that guy. But when you getting upstaged by somebody else, people just like, yeah, that's good. Hey, oh yeah, you died, whatever. It's all about you, right? Oh man, Carol Brady.
Yeah.
A lot of people. That was that TV mom, Carol Brady. Y'all
Florence
know I'm
Henderson.
talking about. Florence Henderson. They're still beautiful.
I know.
That's her in her late 70s. Maybe at 80. But she was fine as hell. And a lot of people, you know, they look at her and they say, Corey, don't be talking that way. Why? Because, man, that's my TV mama. She raised me. Generation X and before, we were all raised on the Brady Bunch, man. Right? When you came home after school, either cartoons were off or you were waiting on cartoons, but in heavy syndication was the Brady Bunch.
Here's the story of a lovely lady who was bringing up three very lovely girls. All of them had hair of gold, like their mother, the youngest one in curls. It's the story of a man named Brady who was busy with
I used to love that music. That's how I learned to play air trumpet, because I would always listen to music from the Brady Bunch. When they be doing that shit where it was just start and they be coming home from school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. But I gotta tell you, I could never watch the intro. Because I love the song, but I just had to listen to it because it would creep me out the way they would stare at each other.
Oh,
and, you know, in those circles, they would just keep looking.
I like that.
I didn't, because it was nervous. It was kind of like they were looking at each other. I got like, all right, what are you looking at?
They were four men living all together.
Like he's just looking at them like in a pedophile way.
My
Like,
boys.
My boys. They're like, you know, we're not really related. You know, I used to put my head down and just listen to the music because I couldn't watch it. Because that just used to make me nervous. I was a nervous kid, man.
You were.
I told you, when I used to watch the Flintstones and Fred would come in, where am I used to change the channel sometimes. Because I'm like,
okay, I get that.
Yeah, he's about to beat the fuck out of her. Pick up a big brontosaurus bone and beat the fuck out of her. I can't watch this shit. I was nervous with TV, man. Like if I was in that square, like everybody's smiling, I'd be the one kid just be like,
You thinking about your dad? He's looking at you.
Yeah,
he's about to yell at you.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's a story of a Negro Willie and his dumbass kid Corey. Still looking at me. I'm got to the point where you learn so many things. You can never look at the show the same way again. But Carol Brady, that's what some people know her as. Carol Brady passed, man. And the internet was on my ass this weekend.
What, you got to talk about it? These kids didn't even know what this show is?
That was the fun thing about it.
I was a little kid when I watched this show.
Yeah, exactly. I was, like I said, I was a little kid. It was in syndication by that point. But, you know, I even told these kids, I said, y'all don't even know who this is. The reason why they own me, because they said that curse. Oh, Corey, you said something. And I got calls from people. I got a call from somebody. He was there. Somebody called me up like, what the fuck did you do? The internet was on me all day. You killed my TV mama. You killed him. She raised me. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, what did I do now? And they start putting up evidence. They said, man, you know what you did. You talked about it in that 50 Shades of Black review. You know that Marlon Wayans 50 Shades of Grey parody?
Yeah.
I had forgotten that she was in that, man. And not only did I talk about her, but I talked about her bad because I was so upset with my TV mama being in any kind of association with a Marlon Wayans movie. She was in there playing some, she'd be playing a lily white woman. That was a joke. The lily white woman playing making a black joke. And I talked about her bad. And the thing is, Martin's right. Even with the people that were there, I said, man, they can't be doing Carol Brady like that, Florence Henderson. And the crowd was like, what? Who? I said, y'all. I asked the whole crowd of people. I said, y'all don't know Carol Brady, the Brady Bunch? Anybody know who Florence Henderson is out here? Nobody?
Really?
Wow.
Come on, y'all.
Not one person knows who Florence Henderson. Really, not one? Exactly. Maybe y'all deserve Marlon Wayans. How about this?
Here's a story.
A man named Brady. Carol Brady?
Josh shaking his head. Yeah, he don't know.
He don't know. He's a fucking hipster himself. Oh yeah. Yeah, I got it, man. Yeah. Why didn't you say that? No, it's the wife. Florence Henderson. Carol Brady. Maybe you don't recognize her right there. Back in her younger days, hot as hell. Some people thought she was Goldie Hawn back then. They got it mixed up.
Hey, Goldie, I am not her.
Not me. But this chick right here, she makes an appearance in the movie. And then somehow, and I don't have a clip of it, but just trust me, it's fucking weird. They bring her to the movie and use her for a Whiplash reference. Yeah, the movie with J.K. Simmons. And she plays this, and the funny thing is, she plays an old woman in a flashback that's just there to have sex with Marlon Wayans and say racist things like, I thought black men's dicks were bigger.
And I thought y'all had rhythm.
Okay. She's only there to be an old white woman from a 60s sitcom. That's the fucking gag right there. And if y'all remember Carol Brady?
Like I said, if you carry a joke too far, somebody can get hurt.
Yeah, you bitch. Damn. I know, man. I feel bad.
Come on, man. Nobody even called for
I watched that today. I'm like, oh, man, I'm sorry.
She deserved better than that. Yeah, Marlon Wayans' career is not slowing down at all. It's actually getting better.
I'm actually upset that you pull this old white woman in this movie like this, man. This woman's, she's like 70-something years old. You know the Grim Reaper's killing celebrities today. I'll be a fucking sad person, man, if this is her last movie. What was Florence Henderson's trivia? What was Florence Henderson's last movie? 50 Shades of Black.
You made this happen.
I did. I looked at this like, yeah, I killed her.
I started out going like, oh, come on, what could you do? No, you called it into action.
Shit, I might as well just call the Grim Reaper myself. Yeah, get her. Yeah, I looked at this
like you got him on speed dial.
Yeah, me and Corey G, because Corey, when you said after somebody died, who was it? And somebody died, and he like, man, who's gonna be next? And Corey said, Prince.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was Vanity.
It was Vanity, and and apparently, man, you know what? We got the power.
The two of y'all don't need to talk about.
We don't
anybody.
Need to, I looked at this today, and I said, man, I just want to duct tape my mouth today. I said I made that happen. I own up to that, and felt bad about it too, because the whole thing about it is that Carol Brady was not only everybody's, for a lot of people, their TV moms, but that for a lot of boys out there, she was their first MILF crush.
Sure.
And this is the first TV mom that a lot of dudes like jerked it off to, and don't act like you're surprised. You did it too, because because we all looked at it and we knew that Greg was hitting it, and we were rooting him on because we all wanted to be Greg getting that ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm telling you what it was for a lot of dudes out there. Look at that picture right there. Greg got a heart on right now. And she looking like they just got caught.
Like, shush.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, girl.
Can I tell everybody? No.
Yeah.
Quiet.
Look at that. That's what everybody was out there rooting for Greg. Yeah, go, Greg. Get her, man. Get her. Take one for the team, man. Everybody knew that what was going on. I think Barry Williams is his name. And Barry Williams, every time he get called out, I'm like, did you? And even Florence Henderson, they used to ask them to every time they went and did some sort of reunion or they did an interview. They're like, "Come on, y'all, did y'all for real?" And they just like, "I'm not saying anything." And, I say yes.
Yeah.
I say nothing. Come on, we see the pictures. And again, because everybody even said, you know what, y'all not really related.
Right.
I'm not talking about the actors. I'm talking about the characters. I'm like, man, ain't your real mama. You can hit that anytime you want. Nobody gives a fuck. And the reason why is because at the time, everybody knew that Pops was gay. And I'll tell you about that a little bit. I mean, you think I'm lying?
No, it's true.
It was true.
But he's Barry Williams has said that guy, I forgot the actor's name now, but he took care of all the kids. Like he fought for them. He said if it wasn't for them, the studio would have just done them any kind of way.
No, he did. I mean, because they would have got those kids for something. Because those kids were not the angels that you thought they were. Greg pretty much admitted. Barry Williams, he's like, yeah, man, I was high on set one day. He even told him what episode to look at.
Oh, really?
he said, pull up the episode where we buy a boat and I'm trying to pump up a bicycle tire in the driveway. He said, man, I'm fucked up during that scene. And I went back and looked at it like, yep. That little half-ass, that wave, got them linguini arms and shit. And he even said, man, if you look close, he's like, there's scenes where you can tell I'm like stalling on my lines. I'm sitting up there all glass-eyed. My eyes are red.
Well, I thought with a little work, we can fix it out.
Far out.
Well, it doesn't look very seaworthy. As a matter of fact, it doesn't even look very bathtub-worthy.
Well, about.
What? You see this? He's got the delayed reaction right there. Oh, line, yeah. Oh, Cindy, hey.
It's just so funny with her line, like, it doesn't look seaworthy. It doesn't even look bathtub worthy. So I'm going to go like, do you have to tear down everything I try to do?
God damn it, woman. Can I have just something? Jesus Christ. But the dad, like I said, Greg was the only
Robert Reed.
Robert Reed, that's his name. He was the only eligible one. I mean, Greg was the only eligible one on the cast.
Well, of age.
Of age, yeah, because Robert Reed, the Pops, we know now. Not only it's sad because he was gay, but he also died of full-blown AIDS at the time. And there were certain parts of the show you could watch and see them having intimate scenes, and the shit just wasn't comfortable for him. That's that sound going off in his head. Waka. As his penis getting limper. Waka. He's like, I'm confused. And it was funny because I remember when he came in with that perm. Yeah. When he first got that perm. And I was like, we all knew something was kind of going on.
Well, they all change hairstyles. Like you see the show go from the 60s to the 70s.
Yeah.
Just from the hair and the clothes. Like Greg suddenly wearing wide collars and vests. And his hair is all teased up.
Them bell bottoms came in. Yeah. No, I know the style change. It's just with him, he just got a little more fashionable than everybody else. When he had more fashion sense than the kids, that's when we knew that something was going on. Waka. But she knew how to make people feel at ease. She was the only one. Her gaydar went off quick. She said she was the only one that knew that he was gay on the cast, and it was
probably because she made a move on him.
Turned her ass down. Yeah, she tried to.
I'm sorry, honey, but no.
Yeah, tried to make a move on him. It was like. I'm sorry, I didn't put that in there. Somebody said.
And you wonder why Groupon's trying to sell you dildos.
Why am I getting offers for pink dildos, man? I don't get it. I was hoping to cut that shit off. Waggity.
You might want to delete your internet search history.
I just fucking throw my computer in the trash and get a new one. Incinerate my laptop. You know too much. But no, she said it was a scene where they had to do something intimate. And he just wasn't getting it. He was getting so uncomfortable that he started arguing about it on the set.
Oh damn!
And she didn't want to put him out there, so she just said, "Let me handle it, and I'll make him feel better." And it was because that she You know, I don't even know if he knew at the time, but she knew how to take, like a real mom, take care of everybody on the set.
We were doing a love scene for the pilot. We were getting ready to shoot it. Our director, John Rich, who's a very strong, tough director, he didn't like something Bob was doing, and he nailed him and again, and Bob got very cranky and started, an argument. And all of a sudden, I went, Bob's gay. I took him aside. I said, I can handle this. Please don't say anything else. And I did, and that's the way it was. But
and a lot of people say she was the sweetest woman on the set, man.
Sure.
They said she was, everybody felt like because of her that they were sort of a family outside their own families. She's not. When you hear these Brady kids talking, they never have anything bad to say about it. You hear these shows where people talk about.
I know.
How they talk bad about their
They
cast
talk
members.
bad about the producers, but they never talk bad about either the parent.
For the most part, did a great job, man. But it was later on, man, when she did the Brady Bunch thing, but never stayed out of the limelight for long because she knew she had it going on. She's one of those old women who said, you know what, because she had 4 kids out of that, and once her kids were gone, she lived a second teenage life, man. She got out there, started dancing, fucking around, and did it mainly because she took care of herself and said, you know what, I got the body to do this kind of thing. That's her on Dancing with the Stars right there. Now, I don't know what kind of stuff she might got on underneath that dress right there, but I'm looking at it and I'm like, hey, for the most part, she's spry, and she go and not on Dancing with the Stars, she's out, she's dancing, man. This is from I believe like 5 years ago, when she's out there. I forgot who the guy she's dancing with right there, but hanging out there just as much as any young person would, man. And people looked at that and saw her, and she had the confidence to pull it off. Knew she looked good.
Well, even backing it up, I always think of her from the cameo she made in the first scene of one of my favorite movies, Shakes the Clown, where Shakes wakes up after having sex with her. And I guess the joke is supposed to be that he had sex with this older woman, and it's Carol Brady. But the whole time I look at her, I'm like, older or not, she looks good.
Man, there she is back there. Man, she is fine as hell.
Yeah.
And I hate to be bad, but it's something about a chick that's just passed out and slutted up. That just looks, it's just appealing to me. I'll say what you will about me, but I just made her a lot hotter.
Go to the bathroom.
I'm ahead.
Hey, buddy, this is my bathroom, not your bedroom, you big drunken mess.
Billy. Come on, sweetheart. Come on. Let's give your mother's new boyfriend a chance to collect his thoughts.
Man, she's like Harley Quinn before Harley Quinn,
yeah.
man. Damn, boy. I'd fuck the shit out of that Florence Henderson right there. There's no other way to be polite about it. And the reason why I say that is because she'd embrace it. That's one of the main reasons why I'm sorry that she's gone, because I feel like I missed my shot. Because no bullshit. A few years ago, I think it was last year, she talked about at 81. I think she's dead at 82. Maybe I said 81. She might have been 82 when she passed. But at 81, she said, man, I still got friends. Not a friend.
Oh, friends with benefits.
I got friends with benefits, which means she had multiple dudes she just get booty calls from on certain nights. She had a Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday and Friday dude.
So you could have been Saturday.
I could have been Saturday. Shit, I'll take Monday. I don't give a fuck. I feel like I could have had my shot. And the cool thing about it is that she said, hey, and ain't nothing wrong with it. She said sometimes your sex life gets better as you get older. She said, I know you thinking about boobs going down to your knees, thinking about them curtains flapping, but it's still, if you know how to work it, you know how to work it right. Mar, you know what I'm talking about. She said, I think no matter how old you are, and I am pretty up there in terms of numbers, I think you should do whatever makes you happy. She says, if you want to wear long hair or wear that dress, as long as you're not hurting yourself or anybody else, I say do it. If you want to go out and have a romantic, sexy affair, then you do it.
And below is a picture of Winona Ryder with her crazy eyes.
Hey, there you go. Do it. I do it too, Martin. Do it. If you want to steal some shit, like Winona Ryder, do it. If you feel like being a kleptomaniac, do it. No matter how old you are. You want to shoplift? You know that's what they used to say about her. I ain't saying.
Say about it.
Yeah.
Only because it was true.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I know somebody told me she stole some shit.
Yeah, it was here in Austin.
I had a dude. I should say it. It was only gonna be a certain amount of time before I said it. I ain't gonna say the story, but I had a dude. He was cool about it too. He said, "Man, it's shitty when a celebrity robs you, and they don't have to.
Right.
Like she got money." And he said, you know what? He said it's shitty because you want to call the cops, you want to teach them a lesson, but you don't want the publicity, and they don't want it, so you just tell them, get the fuck out.
Well, it's really sad because she had done some kind of really big charitable thing right before that, and the people she had done it with or for came out as character witnesses for, just like she couldn't have done that. Look at what she's done, and they're like, we got her on tape,
And then he looked
and
at
she admitted it.
Yeah. And then he looked at that charity and saw all the money was gone. I gave to the Winona Ryder Fund. Yeah. Oh. Your boy, Fidel Castro died, man. Gotta mention that. Went out like a G, too. 90 years old, man.
Yeah.
90 years old, and I mean, look, controversial. I get it,
To say the least.
to say the least. You know, kind of look controversial, but hey, some people
Some people are mad, some people are happy.
some people are mad. Look, I don't even like it because I know the dude. I know he came in. For those who don't know about Fidel Castro, came in about the 50s. It was right where he came in, took over Cuba, and brought communism into full effect. I mean, let's for all the people who think the system's cool and you found Fidel Castro to be somewhat of a hero. Some people even say Messiah. That's what he thought of himself. He did some shitty things, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he was a dictator to get where he had to be. Because I have this argument with people all the time. Even Nikhil heard me arguing with my girl in the car. Like she was talking about, some people go to Cuba and they see all the culture and everything that's going on there. And I was like, yeah, but the dude was an asshole. And while he's telling everybody to like, oh, you look at this system we have in place. Yeah, you can't get ahead. Everything has to be equal. Every time you have a dictator in place that's saying you can't have this shit, they got it.
Yep.
For all the shit you weren't allowed to have, he had it.
They have it.
I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know enough about Cuba. I'm not criticizing it. I'm not saying it's bad. I just admire that the way there's a whole, you got two different minds of thinking with Fidel Castro.
Well, if it wasn't a poor country, you might be able to go like, well, maybe. But to look at it, you're like, nah, man, this ain't right.
Like, again, I don't know that much about Fidel Castro. I'm reading up on him right now. I know bare little. But I read one thing where he said one of the things that really pushed him over, he was giving a speech. And while he was giving a speech, they released doves. And I guess he paid one dove to land on his shoulder. That dove landed on his shoulder, and everybody like, it was meant to be. And they just start yelling, Fidel, Fidel. And then meanwhile, he's laying that pigeon. Yeah, thanks, man.
Double rations for you this week.
Your money's in the back. You'll get it. And then
Your family will be released.
Then he had that dove killed. You know too much. But all I know is, look, we got to say something about Fidel Castro. The guy passed off at 85 the power to his brother, and lived his life out. They say he was a guy that was if you knew him back in the early days, what he did to get in power, separating families, killing people, taking resources away from people, hard-earned resources away from people. People are saying, man, some of us ain't gonna forget that shit.
Right.
And meanwhile, a lot of these people who were exiles from Cuba moved to Miami. And when they heard he died, they threw a party.
Oh, I bet.
They heard he died, and they just stopped cars in the middle of the street, cut out, Viva! There were people who made party favors 50 years ago, waiting for him to die, so they could just have
a long wait.
It's a man. You think I'm kidding? People made shit 20 years ago, expecting him. They look, he got to go soon at some point.
I don't know, man. 90. That's a long time.
It was almost like he stayed alive just in spite of some people. Yeah. There's some people out there who had shit that was made that they finally could pull out and celebrate that they had made for 2 decades.
They already came all dressed. This says, your day has come. Tu día llegó. Your day has come. She's had this shirt for 20 years.
Made that shirt 20 years ago, man. He ready. Finally was able to break that glass and pull that shit. She was ready to kill Castro herself. I'm going to put this shirt on one way or another. I can't wait too much longer. Oh, normally I would say rest in peace, but I don't know enough about this dude to say that. So, and from what I hear, it's kind of shady.
Don't. It's better you don't talk, because everybody who speaks up and says something, you got a whole throng of people ready to jump on.
I know. I ain't saying nothing. What I will say, hey, please.
I got no dog in this fight.
I don't. I told you right now. I'm telling you what I hear. I told you from the beginning. I don't know that much about Fidel Castro. I don't. I just knew he was that dude with that beard. All I knew is that he looked like the Dos Equis man. So if anybody want to educate me on Fidel Castro, positive or negative, please, I'd like to hear it, because from what I hear,
you open up the floodgates, my friend.
I know. Felix, hell no. Do it another day. We'll do that tonight or tomorrow. Oh, let's see here. Oh, Martin.
Florence Henderson gets 30 minutes. Leader of Cuba, 5, 6. That's good.
Okay, you know what? I give you this. You gotta be a bad motherfucker and almost blow up the world. This is the closest, as much shit that we had with Russia, the Bay of Pigs,
Yeah.
That's the closest we've ever come. The Cuban Missile Crisis, the closest we've ever come to nuclear annihilation because
World
of this.
War III.
Yeah, this bitch right here. So hey, congratulations on that. Cool. You don't want to talk about this motherfucker from 30. Y'all know, come on. Tell you what, we'll go get some Cuban food to talk about it. I'm glad that this dude is getting some recognition right here. It's your boy Ron Glass.
Oh, right. I forgot about Ron Glass.
Ron Glass died at 71 years old. And you bet, whether you know it or not, a lot of you young and old heads out there, you know who he is. You might not know his name, but you've come into association with him some way. Because this is one of the things where everybody's going to tell you the nicest things about this man, but he done fucked up a couple of times.
Well, they all know him from Firefly. That's all they know.
That's what it is. But see, here's the deal. Barney Miller is really relevant right now because earlier this year, Abe Vigota died.
Oh, that's right.
Fish.
Yeah.
They were on the same they were in the same precinct.
That's right.
Yeah, he had his own spin-off, Abe Vigota. Y'all know Abe Vigota. They finally got him. 2016 is notorious when they can get Abe Vigota, man. Because he was never supposed to die.
I think he knew with 2016, he's like, this is it. This is my year. I can't hide no more.
Yeah. No, he tried to hide. Grim Reaper kicked that door in. I see you, motherfucker. Oh, no. I finally got your ass. But, yeah, that's the show that they were on, Martin. You know that song, man.
Oh, yeah.
The thing is, Martin, whenever I hear this music, that's your team, man.
Really?
That is it. Tell me y'all don't hear that music whenever y'all see Martin walk in. Look at him. Like, he can't, and that's why I play the music, because he can't help but do air instruments. I'm just trying to see how long you will go. You get swept up. That's the soundtrack to your wardrobe, man. When Martin walks in the room, you hear dum, 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 dum. But on the show, he played Detective Ron Harris, and I liked him on there, man. It was one of those shows I didn't watch, but when I did, he was one of my favorite characters because he was the one that was always laid back.
Well, he was prissy and flamboyant, but not gay.
But that was being prissy and flamboyant he was always the happiest person in the precinct.
Really? Because I used to see him he's always kind of snitty most of the time I would watch it.
On television, he was always present somehow. He was always being brought into something. And a lot of people know him from as Shepard.
You're right.
From Firefly. Well, he had, he was a religious guy, had them cornrows, them old cornrows right there, them grass cornrows. Yeah, he was a religious guy, got on everybody's nerves because he was always trying to preach to everyone. Everybody's sitting there, everybody's like, man, I wish this motherfucker just died. And
nobody want to hear that shit.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that shit. And then when he finally ended up getting shot, everybody's like, oh, I shouldn't have said that shit. I'll pull the meat. And that's why this is especially sad for a lot of people who are fans of Firefly, especially the movie Serenity. Because it was in that he had a death scene. I guess people are looking at that death scene today, and it's taking on a whole different context.
Coming through you, that means almost nothing.
was like, what the fuck did you say?
I can make out anything you say. This one you just go like, yeah, right. No, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna be all right.
You look at him like, shit. Oh yeah, you're gonna be okay, man.
Just hang in there.
Fuck, what did you say? I said, good luck. You're lucky. You could have been worse. I always hate to see people leave because I really do feel like this guy could have had a lot longer.
Sure.
But when you have a fulfilling life, you can't be too sad about that. Oh, now we're getting into people that like, who the fuck?
Oh, okay. Because I knew these three.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
it.
yeah. So now we get into some territory. Like, really? Who? Martin, you probably didn't know. Let me see here. Colonel Abrams.
No.
Oh, do you know Colonel Abrams?
No, I have no idea who that is.
I was disappointed. I was like, no, you don't, man. Yeah, shit, I was in the National Guard with him, man. But Colonel Abrams was a house musician from the 80s. 85, he had one of his biggest hits, Trapped. He was one of those dudes where he wore, like he lived up to his name because I think he was called Colonel Abrams because he always wore shoulder pads in his suits.
Oh, FS.
And had those things dangling down from him. And that was the 80s where everybody wore those big football players shoulder pads and everything. And one of his biggest hits was Trapped back then. He was one of those brothers always saying like this and always dance with his shoulders. Girl, you love him. Do me like that. Don't ring a bell. Huh?
Nothing.
Well, let me let you look at the great Colonel Abrams himself.
Okay.
Like, who the fuck? Oh, Martin, you never soldiered in the Colonel Abrams army?
No, I'm afraid not. I remember Friday Night Video.
This is sad right here. He died, I believe, at the age of 67. Now, he's one of those dudes, it's real sad right here. He's one of those dudes who didn't have that real good life, living well up until the last minute like Ron Glass and Florence Henderson. No, he was broke, homeless, had a GoFundMe because he had cancer and didn't have no money to pay for the treatments.
Aww.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to show you something. And it's sad looking at it, too. Let's see if I can play this right here. See my man right there. Now, you see how handsome he is right there?
Yeah.
And this is the Colonel Abrams that we have right before he died and passed away. That's him right there.
Oh, he don't look bad.
I guess he's not smiling. He's like, well, fuck, I'm homeless, motherfucker.
No, for a dude who's 67, and he looks good.
Yeah, especially with all the problems that he was having.
Yeah.
67 years old, man. And yeah, they say that that at the end he was relying on friends for a lot of things, for places to stay, for them to take care of him. And I don't say, and I'm surprised you haven't heard of him because he was, and I didn't know this existed either. There was a band called 94 East. You haven't heard of that?
No.
And I feel bad, and we should both feel bad about that because we call ourselves Prince fans. And neither one of us knew about this band, 94 East.
Man, Prince had a lot of bands under him
but
that he was writing for.
This is an important band, right?
Okay.
No, because this is a band that he started out in. This is a band that before he was Prince.
Oh, must have been in high school. He was Prince when he was 17 years old.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I'm not supposed to know his high school band.
You supposed, man, you a Prince fan.
His high school garage
band.
band.
I'm on up to it. I should have known this. Every Prince fan should know this. It's out there. Found it easy, man. He looking at you. I'm disappointed with y'all. And the band's not so bad. It's you can definitely. Yeah, I'm gonna start at the beginning because you can hear Prince. He's not a major part of the band. Mm-hmm. It was him, Andre Simone. You remember that dude?
Yeah.
And apparently, I don't know. I read that Colonel Abrams was one of the founders of the band. You can hear Prince in the background starting out in the song.
I like it.
Yeah. Abe having another song where I'll see if I can find it because that don't sound, that sounds like any soul band.
Yeah.
It's good, but it sounds like any soul band.
Yeah.
But he had they have another band where it sounds, you can't. There's no denying this. Prince said, "Just shut the fuck up. I got this."
Okay.
Let me get this song right here. Let me see if I can find it. It's a one man jam. You can hear Prince strongly in this. Yeah, man. Feeling. Them Prince claps.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, feeling. Okay, all right, let me go ahead and cut this shit off before he destroy this studio. I had the camera on him. He about to rip his nutsack over there doing that.
There's a spot of blood on the floor.
I know. Nuts just rolling across the floor. I thought he was just gonna groove and shit. That mother had to turn.
I never seen a split turn to a belly flop. Leave a crater in the floor.
Shit, I'm not gonna get my deposit back.
For every time I've been on the dance floor and feeling it and thought about doing a split, I'm gonna remember that and go
Remember that shit.
No.
Remember that shit. Y'all ever want to see a bear do the split season? God damn. I guess. Look like a trained circus bear back there. Gamefly brings to your house, to you, over 8,000 new releases and classics that are available to rent, or you can buy them for almost every system out there, current and some old systems. Like I said, man, I've been trying to put my GameCube back to work for years. Gamefly's giving me an excuse to do that. And you could even try 30 days for free by typing in gameflyoffer.com/double toasted. And when you do that, you'll get 30 days for free of games and movies. Get all those things, all of them at once. Just stay in the house. Don't go nowhere because they're all going to get brought right to your mailbox. You can also bring the element of surprise every month to your home in the form of a Loot Crate mystery box. In that box, I can't tell you what it is, but I can guarantee you it is the best in geek and gaming gear. Some people say it's like having Comic-Con brought right to your home. You don't have to leave the house for nothing. You're getting all kind of stuff. And everybody likes a little surprise every month. Just a little bit. And here's another surprise for you. You know, if you go to our link, trylootcrate.com/double toasted, and you type in bridge 10, that's the word bridge and the number 10, you can get 10% off, a 10% discount on your first crate. How's that for a surprise right there? Loot Crate, bring the mystery and the surprise to your mailbox once a month with Loot Crate. Hey everyone, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to our channel and go over to our home, doubletoasted.com, for more videos and live streams. And remember, stay toasty.